This group, Moms Across America, published the findings of a little study they did. They took samples from over 40 school lunches in the United States, and they found that over 95% of them contained glyphosate. Right, now, this is no surprise to anybody. There have been many studies done of the glyphosate levels in various foods, the glyphosate levels in soils, even soils that have not been sprayed with this herbicide, test positive for glyphosate. That's because this stuff is basically ubiquitous. There are billions of pounds of Roundup used in agriculture at a small and large scale all over the world. Right? And it's crazy, but 95% of the food tested in this little study they did in school lunches contained high levels of glyphosate. A huge percentage of them also contained other pesticides. They also found high levels of heavy metal in something, I think it was like over 90% of the samples tested. So this is the stuff that we're giving to our children. This is the stuff we're giving to our children. This is school lunches. And this study, it made me think. Right? There was this meme floating around comparing the public school system to the prison system. Right? And it's a very valid comparison. I mean, you look at the transport methods the buses use, the public school system, the prison system is exactly the same. You look at the food given to people in the prison system, the public school system, basically the same, except prison food is actually a little bit better nutritionally, and they get more meat than the children are given in public schools. The public schools are basically just pre-prison now anyways, right? We send our kids to these public schools and they're getting taught essentially the most dumb, they're being given the most dumbed down education you could possibly imagine, taught all sorts of insane contradictory doctrines as dogma, and are basically put on a pipeline to complete mutilation of themselves biologically, hormonally, and ideologically and mentally. I mean, the school system, as you could tell, I'm not a huge fan of the public school system. But it's insane what has happened to our food supply. How terrible the quality of food we eat is. Today, we went to bring a pig. This pig of ours, this little sow, we went to bring her to get impregnated. She's in heat. We don't have a male, so we went, put her with this hog. He did his thing, and it's so crazy just seeing that the level of input of soy, GMO feed, of hormones in the feed, and of antibiotics in the feed, right? So everybody here, we live in the Andes in South America, right? Everybody here, when they're raising pigs, they give their animals what's called balanceado. Balanceado is basically pig kibble. Now, it's based on like soy cake. I'll put an image of the ingredients here. The final ingredient listed on this is antibiotics, right? So they put high levels of antibiotics in the feed here. I don't know what the legalities are of it in the U.S. right now, but it's a little bit tighter controlled there. But here they put tons of antibiotic in the feed for pork. And when you look at the difference between a 5-month-old litter of piglets, right? You look at the difference between 5-month-old pigs here and the ones that are fed the balanceado with the hormones, which they call growth factors, and with the antibiotics in the feed, it is completely different. The level of development that we get when we feed organic feed, we feed organic grain and restaurant scraps. So what I'm getting at here is the food system, the food supply is completely insanely messed up. I mean, the levels of hormones that these animals are given in many places of the world. The U.S., believe it or not, is actually better off than a lot of places in the world. And that's all going into our children. That's all going into our bodies. That's affecting our fertility, right? Fertility rates are declining dramatically across the board throughout the Western world. And a lot of this is voluntary, right? We're looking at voluntary sterilization influenced by social engineering. We have a weaponized pop culture that infantilizes us as adults. McDonald's marketing Happy Meals with toys for adults, right? So you can get your Lizzo scented Funko Pops in your adult Happy Meal from Ronald McDonald, And of course, that's going to be glyphosate fortified, right? Because this vertically integrated system is all based on the industrial model that requires heavy chemical inputs, heavy herbicide, pesticide, fungicide use, and heavy fertilizer use. Right? That fertilizer that creates a bottleneck in the food system. You choke off the fertilizer supply and you can easily decrease the food supply in any given country, which is what we've been seeing over the last few years. So what I'm getting at here is we need to be moving towards supporting locally produced foods that don't require heavy fertilizer inputs, that don't require heavy chemical inputs, foods that actually regenerate soil. All right, this is why with our pigs, we put them out on pasture. All right, this whole thing about, pastured pigs, like some people, I see a lot of comments online, people talking about like grass-fed pigs. I mean, this is coming from people who mean well, right? They know that grass-fed beef is fed only grass. And they're thinking, okay, pastured pigs, they must be eating grass. There is no such thing as a pig that eats grass. Pigs require grain input. They require a lot of feed. They're monogastrics. They do not have a rumen. So they don't have a rumen that they convert to indigestible fiber like cows, like these animals behind us. They will convert indigestible fiber and cellulose into digestible protein, fat, and carbohydrates for us. Pigs can't just eat grass. Right, but getting them out on pasture, right, giving them a varied diet that's not based on, heavy antibiotics that help the animals to grow and fatten up quicker. And we can be supporting local producers, and that will make it to where we are not being squeezed by food shortages that we are very likely to see in the next 6 to 12 months. Right, so there's a lot that we can do to improve our nutrition, to improve the nutrition of our children, to improve the health of our soil. Right? And that includes integrated animals on the farms. See, we got, I don't know, you probably see this, chickens back there. This is our little central corral where we milk. Right? We use mobile electric fencing and rotate throughout paddocks, making small paddocks for our ruminants. And that helps to regenerate the soil, deposit more carbon into the soil, beneficial bacteria into the soil, so that you can produce more food on less land. I am standing on tons of, look at this, see all that? That's free fertilizer right there. That's free. It just gets made. It gets brought down here. The animals come down here, we milk them, they make fertilizer. We cut grass, we bring it in here. Especially on the first days, especially on those first days when the animal has calved. They want to be close to the calf. We cut a lot of grass, we bring it in here. A lot of that ends up in the ground, gets mixed with the droppings, and makes fertilizer. The pigs come through. The pigs and the chickens come through, scratch through that. Pigs will even eat quite a bit of the sheep droppings and even some of the cow droppings. And they dig through it and they help to toss it and create a very nutrient-rich fertilizer that we can use to grow more grass, to create more meat and milk. All right, so we need to be supporting local farmers. Some people might want to become interested in and start learning about doing some of this stuff themselves. Right? Now, you're not just going to be able to jump right into producing a significant amount of your own food. When you're looking at starting kind of like a homesteading situation, a lot of these people trying to market you this online want you to believe that they're just rocking it, that all they're doing is just growing food. It's such little input. No, it takes a lot of work. It takes a significant amount of work. And most of these people that are homesteading and trying to sell you on this idea of like, the rockin' trad homesteaders, a lot of them, it's basically hobby farming, right? And it's a money pit for a lot of them, right? But with very little input, once you know what you're doing, you can get out a significant amount of food. Just starting slow, jumping into it, having some chickens, not that difficult. Getting some ducks, not that difficult. Even some sheep. Or maybe some cows, depending on the land you have, depending on what your intention is, what types of food you want to produce. Don't be afraid to start producing it yourself, and at least support local producers that you can get it from. Right? Because a lot of these chemicals that we are seeing in the food, in the water, create disruptions in our endocrine system. They disrupt hormone production. We are seeing abysmally low testosterone in men. But what we can do is fix our diet and our lifestyle, getting outside in the natural sunlight. Right? Getting outside in the sun, breathing fresh air, turning off the artificial light at night, getting natural light during the day. These basic steps that we can take, these basic things that we can do to improve our circadian rhythm will improve our hormone production. Right? Diet plays a huge part in that as well. Guess what the backbone of sex steroid hormones is? Right? The backbone of sex steroid hormones, what testosterone is made out of, what progesterone is made out of, it's cholesterol. That's also what vitamin D is made from. Sulfated cholesterol in the skin. Whoa, calm down. She's a little bit protective of her calf right now. That sulfated cholesterol in the skin, when the sun touches your skin, you will make vitamin D from that sulfated cholesterol. So we got to support our health, support the health of our communities, support the health of our children by getting our diet in line. Also, proper supplementation can be useful as well. All right, shout out to Choq, CHOQ. You guys can hit up choq.com to get the highest quality natural supplements for boosting your immune system function and for helping to improve healthy T levels. I love the Choq Daily, the Choq Shilajit. Right, the male vitality stack for the men is great. The female vitality stack for ladies. If you go over there to choq.com, you can use our coupon code BIG53LIFE and get 53% off all subscriptions for life. It'll be delivered straight to your door every month, so you don't have to think about it. All right, so healthy water, good quality food, supporting locally produced organic foods, and maybe getting involved in the production of this ourselves. This is how we can avoid a situation where we're putting ourselves into a pit of despair as far as our health, our vitality, our energy levels, and our hormone production goes. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you next time.
To the distinguished audience, this is a message from the World Economic Forum. We want to ensure that you do not listen to this bigot who will tell you to go to choq.com. There's a link in the description. Do not click the link in the description. It will bring you to a place where you can get highest quality adaptogens so that you can thrive. But the World Economic Forum would much prefer that you would continue to eat your bugs, live in your coon pod, maintain your social credit score, and do not purchase these products. If you do use the coupon code BIG53LIFE, you will get 53% off all subscriptions for life. Do not get a subscription for 53% off of the highest quality purified shilajit. It is best for you to continue to consume the soy sludge. It is preferable that you continue to drink the tap water, avoid quality food, and do not take Choq highest quality supplements. Thank you very much. The World Economic Forum loves you ever so much.